After only a minute or two into A Quiet Place Day 1, I found myself asking, what's the point? By the very end of the movie, with a few tears rolling down my face, I understood. Full spoilers ahead for the film. I definitely recommend seeing Day 1 for the record. I think it's just as good as the first film, and it's definitely better than the second. I will say though that it is pretty different from the first two. Trust the movie, give it its time, and go see it if you haven't seen it yet. For everyone else who's seen it already or doesn't care, let's talk about the beautiful metaphor that the film presents. The movie begins by introducing us to our main character, Sam. Sam is terminally ill and in hospice care. This is where I began to ask myself, what's the point? That was the first thought I had when I saw that Sam was in hospice. For those unaware, hospice is a form of end-of-life care. If you're in hospice, you're going to die, and likely soon. So when I saw that the main character was terminally ill, I was thinking, what's the point? How are they going to get me to fear for her death during the movie? Even if she's a super likable character with great goals that drive her forward, she's going to die soon anyways. If she survives till the end of the movie, she's just gonna die off screen in a month or two from her disease. So, what's the point? This is the question I kept asking myself during the first third of the movie or so. Initially, I thought this movie would be about Sam and her nurse. Sam is a bit harsh to her nurse, but she's also dying, so I can't really blame her for not being in the brightest of moods. Right before the aliens appear, Sam tells the nurse that he's not a friend, just a nurse. This made me think that the movie would be about them, and that the line about him just being a nurse would be the basis for their character connection to grow out from. But no, the nurse is killed at around the half-hour mark. When he died, I found myself asking once again, what's the point? While the nurse is still alive, we do meet this family, and they seem like they might play a bigger role in the film, but Sam doesn't spend more than a scene or two interacting with them, and then she leaves to get pizza. We'll talk about the whole pizza thing in a second here, by the way. Finally, Sam encounters these kids, and then I thought, this is going to be the point then, right? She's going to help these kids to the evacuation point, and that's where the tension will come from. We're going to worry and care about these kids just like we worried about the kids in the first film, right? Well, no, it's only about 5 minutes or so before Sam has the kids follow a group of survivors to an evacuation point, and then she leaves to get pizza. Once again, I was asking, what's the point? Let's talk about the whole pizza thing. Sam wants pizza, and she's angry when the nurse says they can't get pizza. Then the aliens appear. After a bit of her surviving with some of the others, Sam tells her nurse that she's going to get pizza. After he dies, she leaves to get pizza. We really don't get any more explanation about the pizza thing for quite a while. Initially, I was really worried that the movie was just trying to be quirky. Like, she really likes pizza and just wants some pizza, LOL. Of course, there's a lot more to it than that, but we'll get there. For now, just understand that like with the rest of the other characters we've seen come and go in this movie, I kept asking, what's the point? What was the point of the pizza? I understood that she's terminally ill, so I was like, alright, she really wants some pizza, she's not scared of the Death Angels because she's gonna die anyway. She just wants to get some pizza before that happens. I understood that, but I didn't get it, if you get what I'm saying here. All of this leads up to the 40-minute mark where we actually meet our second main character. Here we meet Eric. Sam's cat runs across the man, and he follows Frodo the cat and meets Sam. This leads to Eric just kind of following the pair. While this does seem a little creepy at first, we quickly come to learn that this is more of a panic response from Eric. He's understandably terrified of the Death Angels, and he just can't seem to grasp what's going on or understand what he should do. Sam and Eric head to Sam's apartment in order to stay the night, and they have a conversation while it's raining. This is where the point of the film finally started to become clear to me. Eric talks all about how he's here for law school. Law is what he's supposed to do with his life. He even states that he thinks that the world is ending. All of this resonates heavily with Sam because these are feelings that she's already processed and is still feeling. Not because of the aliens, but because of her terminal illness. Because of this, she shares a poem with Eric, and that poem made me cry. It's an extremely beautiful poem about Sam's terminal diagnosis. Bad math. He said 1 to 2 years, and it has been 2. He said 4 to 6 months, and it has been 6. And Mrs. Freehunter taught me subtraction, and the corner store taught me addition. And I only used simple maths. All my life, and I never needed more. The more, the less, to 4, to 3, to smaller and smaller, until months, to days, to hours, to seconds. But not now. This is the point of the movie. The question I'd been asking myself over and over for the first half of the film was finally answered. The point is that despite our incoming deaths, we're still alive. For Sam, she has a very precise clock ticking down on her life, but for Eric, that incoming death is going to be at a much more ambiguous and unknown time. Who knows when Eric could be caught by a death angel, or hell, maybe he'll live long enough to die from a terminal illness just like Sam. Regardless, the point is the same. They're both still alive, and that's what matters. They still have time to live. They still have time to get pizza. The rest of the film has the pair going to a jazz club that Sam's dad used to play at. At the jazz club, they have fun. They enjoy each other's company and they share parts of themselves with each other and they connect. Eric goes out and gets pizza. He shows Sam some magic tricks, and Sam in turn gives Eric her coat and her cat, and she helps him escape onto the boat with the other survivors. I really loved the last half of this movie. The major reason why I loved it so much was because of the metaphor that the film presents. The film is a metaphor for life itself. Like we all know, Sam is dying, so what's the point, right? Well, like we've been discussing, the point is that she's still alive. They live despite the devastation that's all around them. They help each other, they laugh together, they have fun together, and they even run away from deadly monsters together. They're able to develop a real friendship despite minimal dialogue and their dire circumstances. In our own lives, we're each going to face our own devastations. Maybe not to the degree of a Death Angel invasion, but like I'm sure everybody watching knows, life doesn't really like to go according to plan. Maybe you get dumped, maybe you get let go from your job, maybe your entire family disowns you, or maybe you get a terminal illness. Whatever bad comes your way in life, you're still alive. You can still connect with people, you could still laugh and have fun, and you can still get pizza. Don't stop living until you're actually gone. We see Sam come to this realization during the movie. At the very beginning of the film, she's very negative and pessimistic, and she really doesn't want to do anything. Again, this is an understandable feeling for someone in her shoes, but this is where she starts the film at. By the very end of the movie, she's able to live again. She says this directly to Eric in the final note that she writes to him. No matter how severe our own struggles in life are, I really think we can all take something away from this movie. Visit your friends, have some mindless fun, and go get some damn pizza, because you're still alive. So live. I loved the message in A Quiet Place Day One. What did you think about the message and about the movie? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I do video essays all the time, although, fair warning, the vast majority of them are far longer than this one. If you like this video, I'd actually recommend one of my very first videos on the film Captain Fantastic. I feel like it has the closest vibe to this video. Although, fair warning, my video making skills were definitely worse back then. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. See ya.
Don't you worry, it'll be okay. Don't you worry, spit and come, you make my life okay.